Hi friends, this is Abhishan Silvestre for Visual Medias. Today we'll be building one of our strongest machines. This is for one of our friends from Bangalore. He's a music director.
I am Prasanna Keshava from Namvara Studios. I am a singer, music producer, and a music composer. Currently, I am working on two wonderful projects. My first project is a trilingual feature film in Kannada, Tamil, and Telugu. I am basically here to talk about the upgradation that I recently did for my studio. We upgraded the heart of the studio, which is the CPU, and it was built by Virtual Medias. To thank all these guys, and I'm looking forward for a long-term association with these guys.
For this build, we'll be going with i9-9980XE. This is one of the strongest processors from Intel right now. It's holding around 18 cores and it has around 36 threads. The base clock is around 3 GHz and the boost clock is 4.4. To be using with this, we'll be going with Gigabyte Designer X29910G motherboard. We choose this motherboard because of its PCI lanes. It can handle every 44 lanes of i9, as well as it has around 5 x16 slots, and it has two 10 gig slots from Intel. For RAM, we are going with Corsair Vengeance 32 gig memory. This is one of the largest memories available in the market right now. For graphic card, we'll be going with Radeon RX 570. For SMPS, we are going with RM750. This is a modular power supply. For the boot drive, we are going with Samsung 970 Pro SSDs. It's a 1 TB SSD. It's a 1 TB variant. It has a reading speed of 3000 MBs and a writing speed of 2700 MBs. For hard drives, we are going with WD UltraStar hard drives. This is a DataStar rated hard drive. It is of 8 gig variant. We are having 3 of those. We'll be running on RAID 0 to increase the performance, obviously. Each of this has 8 GB, 8 TB of storage as well as 256 MB of cache. We'll be rating them so that we get triple the amount of the speed. For cooling, we'll be using Corsair H100i RGB Platinum cooler. This is a RGB based cooler with RGB fans as well as RGB head. It's a 240mm of radiator. This is more than enough to cool our i9. And for cabinet, we'll be using a Cooler Masters Cosmos C700P cabinet. This is one of the largest workstation made cabinets in the market right now. Okay guys, we'll go with the build now. We'll start with the motherboard here. It's a Designer 10G. It's a very cool box. Has a logo on the top. Has a very cool silver cabinet here. And here is the motherboard. It's a very huge motherboard. It fits the entire box. It's heavy also. We'll just take this motherboard out. Yeah, I got it out. So it's a steel back motherboard. So the steel adds additional weight to the motherboard, but it actually works as a heat dissipation technique. So you can run this motherboard for a very long time. Okay, so we'll just take off the wrappers now. Okay guys, we look into the motherboard now. This is a 2011 chipset. It has a very large die in the center. It has 70 amp heat spreaders here for cooling the VRAM and all other components of the motherboard. It has an actual entire coolant on the entire motherboard. It has 8 RAM slots. There are 3 NVMe slots. You can actually expand one more NVMe from here. Like there's one more thing which it's not done on this motherboard. There are 2 USB 3.2 headers on the for front engine. The entire motherboard has around 4 USBs, in which 3 of them are 3.2 and the other one is 3.1. There are 2 Thunderbolt slots. There are 2 10 gig Ethernet on the top. There is onboard Wi-Fi on this motherboard also. Okay. Now we'll go for the processor. It's i9 9980XE, the topmost processor on the 9th generation. It comes with a special casing. Okay, it has a very cool box. It's a very big processor in the box itself. Now we'll go with the RAMs. We have two 32GB sticks, each is of 3000 megahertz. That's more than enough for audio programming. These will be the first two channels. Okay friends, now we have completed the build. Now we will start the system and see how everything holds up. We'll boot into the BIOS screen and we'll look into all the devices which has been connected. Okay guys, as you see here, all the devices have been connected here. The PCI's card has been populated. The M.2 card is also being connected inside. We have both the RAMs, both are running on normal performance. We have to increase the DRAM performance here by enabling XMP. Otherwise, the CPU is running on 3.8 megahertz, 3.8 gigahertz to be precise. The frequency is 2135. System temperature is also normal. The fans are working fine. The RGB is also working fine. All the system fans are working fine. Everything is running normally. There are no error till now. Okay, I'll give you a detailed spec of the Geekbench course shortly. Okay, now friends, now we have set up the entire build and the build is set up. The OS has been installed and everything has been done. Now we are going to connect the Apple accessories to this machine and see the performance now. Okay friends, now we will be connecting a Magic Trackpad at first. This is the Space Gray model. This is the newer variant which comes with the iMac Pro. It's it's a larger one. It comes with the large display. I'll be unboxing this and I will connect with the system. Okay, again we'll be using a Magic Keyboard. This is the newer variant with the numeric keyboard. This is the larger variant, the wireless one. Okay guys, now we have set up our Bluetooth keyboard as well as our trackpad is set up. Now we'll check all the benchmarking tools and we'll see the results. Now we'll change the hard drive to our RAID hard drive and we'll retest it. This is on RAID 0. It is 3 UltraStar 8 TB hard drive RAID, amounting to 24 TB on total. It contains most of the samples that have been used on the system. Okay, now we'll fire up Cinebench and we'll see the scores. We'll run OpenGL run first. It is running on RX 570 graphic card, the basic 4GB variant. Okay guys, now we see the result. It gives a total of 125 frames per second. Now we'll check the CPU benchmark. We have the system processor load on the down, so we can actually preview all the CPU cores and threads at the same time. As we run every benchmark, we have a benchmark load of 3631. This machine is basically made for logic, so we'll fire up logic. Okay guys, now we'll create a patch of 1000 tracks so that we'll see how the system holds when we open up 1000 tracks at the same time. We'll be using a EP for heavy load, as nobody will open 1000 software instruments at the same time. We're actually attempting this so that we can test the entire system load that can be handled by the system. Okay guys, now we have our 1000 tracks. Everything has been enabled. Now we'll record enable on every track and we'll start playing something. And we'll see how much load is being taking on the CPU. We are using an external sound card. There are 1000 electric pianos on this project. Okay guys, now we are changing all the plugins from an EP piano towards an Omnisphere track. So basically we are running 1000 Omnisphere synthesizers at the same time, and now we'll see how the CPU holds up. This will actually check the performance that can be drawn by a CPU as well as the performance that can be drawn by a graphic card. This is actually checking it with an 8K footage. We have the results for every Blackmagic RAW encoding and decoding formats. Right now we can pull around 46 frames on the CPU and 65 frames on a graphic card.